Do you think this game is starting to go down in a way that it is starting to become a pay-to-win game? What? Pay-to-win game? Are you serious? What is up, guys? It is your boy MaineMania, and welcome to episode 200 of MK Mobile. My goodness, how time has flown by. Like, it feels like just yesterday I made such a strange decision, you know, to upload my collection and just see where it goes. And 200 episodes later, here we are. It's like we're at episode 200. It's like I feel like I got to give you guys something special. I feel like you guys deserve a reward for making it this far in our journey together. And you know what? I got a special gift for you. And now that we got that out of the way, let's jump on into the Q&A that was not lost or forgotten. Now, we're gonna jump straight into it, guys. A lot of people had questions. I'm gonna do my best to answer a lot of the questions from my subscribers. So let's start off with Martin. Martin, congratulations, you get the first question. My question is, what is your favorite tower in MK Mobile? Now that time has gone by, I would want to say the Adenian Tower because of the drop rates, but the Adenian Tower bosses were very frustrating. And that Divine Argus Cloak and Soaked plus Slowed plus Frostbite, oh my god. That was probably the most frustrating experience in MK Mobile. So I would say the Adenian Tower was probably the best tower as far as the random drop rates, but it was not a fun playing experience. My favorite tower is the original tower, the Tower of Horror. That's the tower I gotta go with. I had originally planned on getting some tower gear finally for that tower this year, and they skipped it. And it broke my stinking heart because we don't know if it'll ever come back again. And I think it has the most broken piece of equipment in the entire game, Living Dead. And I don't think I'll ever get a chance to get it now. So it makes me sad. But my true favorite tower is the Tower of Horror. Next up, we have SpongeBubble. SpongeBubble says, I have a hard time answering myself, so I'm curious about you. Why are you playing MK Mobile? I think that's a difficult question for all of us with a lot of the BS that happens in this game. But at the end of the day, Mortal Kombat Mobile to me has always been a great time waster. You know, I've always loved the franchise of Mortal Kombat, and being that I can play anywhere on the go and especially on the toilet, it's just been a great time waster. Something to help you pass the time. You're in bed, you know, you're watching something on TV, commercials come on, you play a match or two during the commercial break. It's just been a really great time waster and something to help pass the time. Granted, the more your collection grows is the more you play, the more you get into it, and the more frustrating it becomes at the same time. So you can't win sometimes. Next up, Aaron says, what is the best card for each character in MK Mobile? Aaron, that's an impossible question. What are you doing? Next up, Delula. Would you, oh my god, you try to ask 3 different questions? Greedy. Absolutely greedy. All right, the first question is, would you grind more towers in the future considering the towers are coins? You almost don't have a choice, you know. The towers are the best way to get characters, get souls, and get equipment pieces that will make a big difference. You know, tower gear is like the most broken gear in the game. And I think the new game design strategy of the WB team is to just make really frustrating and annoying to play against tower gear so that people feel pressured into buying it because it's that game breaking and difference making. So that's kind of where we are. That is kind of where we are in the game, and you kind of don't have a choice but to really grind the towers. Hope you get some diamonds that are exclusive. Hope you get some diamonds from battles 100s and 200s. And it's almost like towers are the most surefire way to get diamonds with this pretty annoying pack system. Now you can open up $35,000, 35,000 souls worth of packs and only get a handful of diamonds. It's like towers are a much more sure thing than the pack system. So we kind of have to deal with it, right? It's something we gotta all deal with. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Next question is, how long did it take to make your account free to play and max out almost all of the characters? That's the thing about me, you know. I was an OG player. I'm an OG player from when the game first, you know, the first year that it came out. And the old system of the game is a lot different than the new system of the game, you know. Back then, we could buy whatever character we wanted in the store. You know, we could buy golds with coins. You know, Fusion 7 was the max fusion of a lot of the characters. And when it came to special limited time characters, you only had to get one copy of the character to be able to, you know, buy more copies in the future. So there was a lot of things that were different that made it a lot easier to get your characters to Fusion X when Fusion X became a thing. And then, what was it, Update 2.0 came and basically said, no more of that. 3 limited characters in the store per day. We're gonna charge you an arm and a leg for them. We're gonna include silver characters that nobody cares about in those choices. And everything else has to go through packs. No more maxing out who you wanna max out. No more, you know, getting the characters that you want to higher fusions. It's all a RNG based system. And I think that took a lot of the fun out of the game for me. And I ended up quitting the game like twice. So, how long it took me, I don't know. I remember when Update 2.0 came out and they changed the entire store, I quit the game for at least a year. I did not play this game at all for like a year. And then there was another point where I said, I'm gonna give this game another chance. You know, I just need something to help me pass the time, you know, something to waste some time. I forget what update it was, but something else happened and I was like, all right, I'm done. And I left the game for like another 6 months. So, you know, those things happen. I feel like a lot of bad changes have come to the game, and it's just one of those things where you're forced to accept it if you want to play, because they're not going back. I remember checking back in when I took my first major break from it after Update 2.0. I remember checking back in like once every 3-4 months to see if they reverted the store back. They never did. And they never will. You know, no matter how much the community complained about it, they make these changes with no intention of taking into consideration, you know, the player-based feedback, because the player-based feedback was overwhelmingly negative. And it has been for some time now. You're talking about 85% plus of players hated the changes to the store, kept asking for the store back. And I honestly thought, like, no game developer can survive something like this, where the entire player base is talking about how bad the store is. No developer can survive this and make it through. I thought the game was gonna die, because I know I quit, and I know a lot of people that quit. But somehow they made it. And the player base just kind of had to suck it up, you know? Sometimes I say to myself, you know, how do you fix things like this? Because it's like, if you keep playing the game after they make decisions like this that are, you know, very frustrating and completely change the landscape of the entire experience, if you keep playing the game, it tells them they can do whatever they want. Sometimes you do have to stop playing the game and hit them in the wallet, hit them where it hurts. Because if you don't, You get stuck with these kinds of changes and they don't go back. Maybe if enough people had quit the game back then, they would have had no choice but to go back, but now we'll never know. Now we'll never know. You think I'm the best YouTuber you know? Oh man, I appreciate that so much. All right, we got The Ring up next. Who is the most underrated character in MK Mobile? Assassin Katana. She's a beast. If you guys have watched my Elder Tower runs, if you've watched my videos and you see how I use her, she's a beast. She has one of the strongest attacks in the game. She has a strengthen buff after that first SP2. She has power drain on SP1. She has a tagging attack that causes bleed, and there's plenty of equipment that give you damage buffs from bleed, or power gen buffs from bleed, or crit chance buffs from bleed. How some people consider her a bottom tier diamond is beyond me. It makes me feel like they don't even understand the game. It doesn't matter how much tower equipment you pay for to max out. It doesn't mean you're a good player because you're using the most broken equipment in the game. The point is, you don't have to do that with her. She has a lot of value that she offers, and I always find it funny when I see these big MK Mobile YouTubers put her on the bottom of their tier list. It's like, are you even playing the game? Are you even playing the game? Are you so used to broken ass tower equipment that you can't look at a character objectively and see where their value is and how it fits into the landscape of matches and Survivor and the different modes of the game? How anyone can consider Assassin Katana a bottom 5, bottom 3 diamond. I've heard some YouTubers call her the worst diamond in the game, and I'm like, what? Are you playing the same game as me? I don't know. Everyone's gonna have their own opinions, but to me, that opinion is just completely out of whack. Strange to me. Can you show us your house? No. I'm sorry, my boy. You gotta protect your privacy when you're a content creator. I don't know, man. Maybe one day I'll do some kind of house tour before I move out or something along that line, but nah, I'm not trying to do none of that. Who's my favorite male character in MK Mobile? Classic Liu Kang. Classic Liu Kang just feels very good to play. Great utility, great combo potential. Even though, you know, he is widely considered one of the best, he's just a character I've loved playing since Fusion 1, Fusion 2. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of those people that have been like, you know, riding him like, oh, he's the best character in the game, this, that, and the third. Like, I played him and I just enjoy playing him. He's a lot of fun to play. So Classic Liu Kang would be my answer for that. My favorite Netflix series. This one is tough because I don't really be having time to watch Netflix, y'all. I really haven't had time to really sit down and watch a Netflix series in a very, very, very long time. I don't really get time to watch TV like that. I'm always working, so it's difficult. But as far as series that I loved watching on Netflix, and I don't even think they're on Netflix anymore, The Office was my favorite series to watch on Netflix, and I don't believe it's there anymore. I think it's on Peacock and Hulu now. Who knows? All these shows, they like side chicks, man. They just be shipping from one network to the next. Like, I don't got time to be tracking them down and seeing who they with now. All right, this is not my thing. All right. Is there more? Oh my God, 6 questions? You are greedy. That is so greedy. My favorite DC superhero, Batman. Definitely Batman. Best game in my opinion. This is a really hard question to answer because there's so many different genres of games and different styles of games, and it goes above and beyond so many different things. The best game series I think ever created, The Last of Us. The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. I think it is the depiction of the future of gaming. You know, it's a game that felt like a movie as you played the game, and it made you experience real life emotions and real life hurt, pain, joy, anguish, you know. anger. I mean, you name it. The game made you feel so emotional as you play through it. And there's not a lot of games that have that kind of impact. You know, there's not a lot of games that can impact somebody on that level. So I would definitely say The Last of Us is the best game in my opinion. You know, The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2. Scorpion or Sub-Zero? I've always been Team Sub-Zero. I've always been Team Sub-Zero. You know, he was trying to avenge his brother. Scorpion was really the bad guy, and Sub-Zero, you know, was always fighting for good before Hanzo finally, you know, came to his senses. So I've always been Team Sub-Zero. Funny enough. And next up, we have the donkey of the day. And yes, we're doing this, guys. This is happening. We're doing this. So the next comment from somebody says, man, your content is great, but why are the views so low? Try opening money packs and make a video. Don't be this guy, all right? This guy right here, guys, don't be this guy. That is just flat out rude and just disrespectful. Like, you have no idea how hard content creators work behind the scenes to bring you guys video, to keep you guys entertained, to stay consistent even when the views are low. And it can become very demoralizing sometimes. It can almost feel personal how you put so much work and effort into your projects, into your videos, and the views just don't come. They aren't there. And you may not know what you're doing wrong, but don't tell a creator they have good content, but they need to spend money and open up money packs if they want more views. It's almost like a slap in the face, like your content isn't good enough, so you need to start buying your views. It's rude. But I think I had a pretty decent response. My response was, sure, why don't you sponsor it and buy all the packs since you think that's what I need? So once again, guys, don't be this guy. You have no idea how hard it is to be this consistent. You have no idea how hard it is to be as consistent as I've been in creating content for how long I have been. Whether or not the views are there or not, that doesn't mean the creator's not working hard and doing a lot behind the scenes. You guys may watch a 15 to 20 minute video, but the production behind the scenes of that video could be 3 to 4 hours of work. You watch 20 minutes. For the creator, it could have been a 3 to 4 hour project between setting up to record, recording, editing, rendering, creating the thumbnails, artwork, uploading. There is a lot more that goes behind the scenes that you guys don't see. You only see the finished project. So understand, creators work really hard, and comments like this are not very helpful. Don't be that guy. Next, Nick, how and when did you start to play this game? Nick, I have been playing this game pretty much since the very beginning. The year it came out, you know, within months of it coming out, there were, you know, I was streaming Mortal Kombat X on Twitch, the console game, and people were asking me, oh, if I plan on playing mobile, and I was like, I'll download it, you know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna really play it, but I'll download it. And like I said, I found it to be a fun time waster. So I started playing it. There was a couple people in my community and in my Mortal Kombat community at the time that were playing it. And once I retired MKX from Twitch, and I believe I moved on to Overwatch after that, as far as my streaming game, I continued to play MKX Mobile, which is what it was called at the time, because I enjoyed the game and it was a great time waster. So yeah, I've been playing since the beginning. I am an OG player, an OG. All right, next up, Irvin. How long did it take for you to max out your first diamond? This is a really tough question to answer because I can't really say. If I remember correctly, I believe my first Fusion X diamonds were the gold challenge characters that got upgraded to diamond overnight in that one update. And it's not something I was happy about because, in my opinion, like, diamonds used to be rare, right? Diamonds used to be rare. You have to wait for the Elite Pack Pro, right? And then You had what? Classic Raiden, Ravenous Melina, you know, Wretch Devora. You had a very small number of characters that were diamonds, and my priority at the time was Ravenous Melina. I was dying to get Ravenous Melina to Fusion X. And I was literally opening up every pack that I could, trying to get her to higher fusions. And overnight, it was like, hey, by the way, Maine, now you've got 30 diamonds. And I'm like, heck, I'm sure a lot of people would have been excited about that. I wasn't. I felt like it ruined the game because they basically took all of the best golds and made them diamonds. You know, I didn't think that was a good thing to do. I would have rather see them create a bunch of new characters that were starting off as diamonds than upgrade so many golds to diamonds. And when you look at some of the golds that got upgraded, like the Ronin team, you ask yourself why? Why were you guys so desperate to make really bad characters diamonds? Like, the Ronin team is trash, you know? The Black Dragon team, almost the same difference. It's like, there's teams that made it to diamond that you would feel like, come on, like there were better characters that should have gotten upgraded that didn't, over some of the ones that did, you know? So, I wasn't too much of a fan of that, but I believe those were the first characters I got as Fusion X diamonds. Next, he has another question. Is your account legit, or did you use hacks, and how much money have you spent on MK? Anyone that watches any of my content can answer this for you. My account is legit, free-to-play player, and I don't believe in using hacks and exploits. I almost use them at no cost. I don't know. I know there's a lot of players that hack in this game. I'm not one of them. I don't take chances with my account. And as an OG player that's been playing since the beginning, like if they were to pull some nonsense and say you did this, that, or the third and ban my account, I would be furious. Because I have years invested in my account. I'm not somebody that's been playing for 2 to 3 years. I've been playing since the start. So yeah. Although I've only played casually, my collection is a result of the old store system and how much easier it was to, you know, get characters to higher fusions and buy the characters you want. And I've always played this game with the same mindset of only going after the characters that I want. Like, you guys saw how much money I just spent on the Classic Diamond pack, right? Like, I've always just gone after the characters I want. I wanted my Katanas first. I wanted Ravenous Melina after that. I wanted Classic Raiden and Classic Liu Kang after that, you know? Right now, my focus is Spec Ops Scorpion. And after that, I'm going to start looking at the MK11 characters. So, you know, that's how I've always played this game. I've always played this game focusing on 1 or 2 characters at a time and spending my souls on them versus, which may be a better strategy, but it's just not the strategy I've ever used, versus opening packs and trying to build my collection evenly. I've never tried to build my collection evenly. I've always tried to get a character to Fusion X as quickly as possible because I think it does more for you. Having 10 Fusion 5 characters versus 3 Fusion X characters, the 3 Fusion X characters will do more for you. They'll win towers faster, they'll win battles faster, they'll beat Survivor faster than those Fusion 5 diamonds who may not be able to beat any of those things in even half of the time. There's a very big difference between a Fusion 5 diamond, Fusion 4 diamond, and a Fusion X diamond. So I've always told people, even with gold characters, I've always told people, the faster you get some of the best golds to Fusion X is the better your Mortal Kombat mobile experience is going to be. A lot of people don't agree or play the same way, but I can tell you from all the people that have started playing because of my content, they've had a much, much quicker experience acclimating to being able to beat towers and win Survivor on Fatal and on Elder and all those things because they focused on getting the right characters to the highest fusions as quickly as possible versus trying to build their collection evenly. When you're building your collection evenly, those characters ain't doing a damn thing for you at Fusion 1, 2, and 3. They not doing a damn thing for you. You got to get some characters really high first. And then once they can carry the big fights, the big boss fights, the big tower fights, now you can start, you know, going after some of the other characters and getting them leveled up. So That's how I've always done things. John says, greetings, man. I really enjoy your content. Here's my question. In your opinion, which gold characters should be diamonds? This is a phenomenal question. This is a phenomenal question. Let's do that. What's the reply? Somebody try to answer for me. No, he asked me, not you. All right, so which gold characters should be diamonds? The number one gold character I think should be a diamond is going to fool all of you because none of you guys are going to see it coming, but it's Elder God Kenshi. A lot of you guys are going to say, over Classic Smoke? Over Classic Scorpion? Over the Kombat Cup team? Yep, Elder God Kenshi. I think Elder God Kenshi is a phenomenal gold, very slept on, phenomenal universal support character, and he would really benefit from that extra equipment slot and potentially another move to diamond buff. Elder God Kenshi to me has the potential to be one of those, you know, Hellspawn type of characters that doesn't belong to one class of characters, but can support a lot of characters in many different ways, while also carrying and doing great damage, etc. So I think Elder God Kenshi is the number one gold I would like to see upgraded to diamond. I also do think that Ronin Kenshi and the entire Ronin team should get downgraded back to gold. I don't think they'll do that. You know, it would be nice to see if they made some changes, saw the community feedback, and then decided, you know what? Maybe we were wrong about these changes. We're gonna revert some of them. I just feel like when MK Mobile make up their mind, they never go back. And I don't really think that's a good thing because sometimes game developers do make mistakes. Sometimes they think something's gonna play out one way and it doesn't. Sometimes they make mistakes. And I hate to see how they don't listen to their player base and peel back some really bad changes that they make. But other gold characters that can easily be diamond, obviously Hanzo Hasashi, Kombat Johnny, Kombat Sonya. Now that there's a Kombat Cassie, they're gonna obviously throw her in the mix because they want the full team to be the same class, unless you're the classic team. So, you know, I also think classic Katana needs to get upgraded to gold. I think that's horseshit, and I think that needs to be a damn focus of the devs. Stop doing Homegirl so damn dirty. Next up, Life says, in your opinion, do you think this game is starting to go down in a way that it is starting to become a pay-to-win game? What? Pay-to-win game? Are you serious? Why would you think that? Would you think that because like the last 7 or 8 characters that came out were only on a pay-to-win plan for like the first 3 to 6 months? Why would anybody think that? I don't... Get that thought out of your mind. Are you kidding me? Yes, this game is 1000% become a pay-to-win game. And it sucks. And, you know, I mentioned this before, but, you know, it is something that I have found annoying myself is, you know, there's creators I used to watch play this game that I used to love watching play this game. And now I can't even enjoy their content anymore because now every freaking video that they make is literally using Fusion X Tower Gear pieces that most characters don't have. And then they're kind of bragging about how they demolished the fight and how they, you know, destroyed the fight. And it's like, you're using maxed out tower gear that's broken as all hell. Like most players can't do that. So they can't replicate that experience. And it just takes away from the game for me. And, you know, some people have become whales for spending money in this game, and they'll spend $200, $300, $400 trying to max out the classic Reigns when they come out, the MK11 Sindels when they come out. They will spend all this money to max them out and then like almost brag about how broken those characters are. And it's like, most of us are not going to get to experience that because, you know, we don't pay for all of that kind of stuff. Like, and you know, that's another thing, right? Like, there's a difference between like someone that casually buys a pack here and there and a straight up pay to win player, right? Like, you guys tell me this in the comment section below. I want all of you guys to answer this question for me. What makes you a pay to win player? Right? What makes you a pay to win player? Like, obviously, a free-to-play player is somebody that is free-to-play, right? But if a free-to-play player buys one tower pack for tower gear, or has maybe spent less than $50 in the game over 2 years of playing, could you call them a pay-to-win player? Technically, they have spent money on the game, but they've spent a very small amount of money. I've been thinking about that lately. Because once again, it's because I've been coming across so many creators that either hack or are whales and literally spend hundreds of dollars on these characters. Hundreds. They see these $20 packs come out with a 20% chance, and they be buying like $300-400 worth of these packs to get these characters to the highest fusions possible. And like, that's a pay to win player. You know what I mean? Like, that is straight up pay to win. So what really qualifies you as a pay to win player? Like, what would be your definition per se of a pay to win player? How much money would you have to spend? Do some of you guys feel like, well, if you buy anything in the game, that officially makes you a pay to win player? Like, if you've spent any money in the game, that makes you pay to win? Because honestly, some of the things you buy in the game really don't have that much of a difference or impact. Like, what if you buy one of those tower gear packs that's like $10 for like 5 or 10 pieces? That's not gonna make a huge impact on you. Sure, it may help and help you win some battles a little bit quicker, but that's not gonna pay to win your, you know, your matches and your towers and your survivor runs going forward. It's like that little bit of gear you got ain't gonna make that much of a difference. So that's something I have actually been thinking about lately, and it's once again because I've just seen so many creators going the hacking route or the becoming whales and just buying up all these tower gear packs and getting maxed out tower gear equipment and almost every single tower. And it's hard for me to watch that now because it's like, it's not a realistic experience for most players. And when I say most players, I mean 90% of people that play this game will never experience that. 90% of people playing it will not experience that. That 5% that are whales like that, it's like, I don't even care to see what maxed out this with maxed out that and maxed out this and maxed out Living Dead and maxed out all of it. Doesn't matter to me because I'll never experience that. You know what I mean? So even if I was rich, I'm not spending all that damn money on tower gear. But that's an interesting question that I have for you guys. Since this is a Q&A and I'm answering all of your questions, I want all of you guys to answer that question in the comment section below. Let's keep it moving. Next up, Star, what is your most favorite pack and what is your least favorite pack? My favorite pack of all time was the Elite Pack Pro. You know, that pack was amazing. A lot of you guys have no idea what that pack was, but it was a 500 soul pack, 550 souls, I believe. And it had a 50% chance for diamonds. Yes, you heard me correctly. 550 souls for a 50% chance of diamonds. But once again, this was back when there were only 4 to 6 diamonds in the entire game. So, phenomenal pack, but it was subsequently retired. And now this new system is not so great, is it? 3% chance for this, 4% chance for that, 9% chance for a 400 soul pack. Like, it is very different than what things used to be like. Like I said, man, things have gone downhill. What are you gonna say about it, man? What can you really say about it? All right, next up, I believe this is one of the last questions. Let's see. Philip and I believe Zach is final. Correct. So, Philip has a bunch of questions. Let me expand this. Wait, did I answer Star's question? Most favorite pack? Least favorite pack? My least favorite pack would probably be the Ronin team pack, because why would you ever buy that pack? Like, if anyone doesn't know by now, right? Like, a big goal of mine in this game was to max out every katana. And when I say max out, I mean X60 plus all feats of strengths maxed out, which I have done. So, awesome moment that I have all of those characters fully maxed out, all of their feats of strength fully maxed out. Excellent moment. And I had to max out Ronin Katana, and Lord knows you was not gonna catch me opening up no damn Ronin packs to max out Ronin Katana. So thankfully I got her from Towers, I got her from Faction Wars, and I got her from like other packs instead of having to ever open up the Ronin pack. I feel like I'm mean to the Ronin team. Someone's probably gonna get triggered like, man, that's my favorite team, but I think they're a horrible team. I just don't think they should be diamonds. I think they should be gold. Put them in gold and they're fine. You know, like they're basically a gold team in diamonds, which makes no sense to me. Just make them gold and call it a day. You know what I mean? So hopefully that answers your question now. But now that the Elite Pack Pro is no longer a thing, my favorite pack in the game is gonna be the Strike Force pack. I would probably say the Strike Force pack is my favorite pack now. Now that those packs of old no longer exist. Philip, you're up. You've got a bunch of questions. All right. You've been waiting for this. Not all the questions are related to MK Mobile, but you hope it's no big deal. I'll be the judge of that, Philip. All right. What do you think would be the best improvement, addition, and change to MK Mobile? Bring back the old store. Increase the odds for diamonds in packs to minimum 20%. And make it so that bosses cannot heal in specialized towers. I think those changes would make monumental differences to people's experience in playing this game. Oh, and obviously, get rid of these hackers, man. Get rid of these hackers in Faction Wars getting 40 freaking million blood ruby points or whatever they're called, battle rating points. Get rid of these hackers in Faction Wars, hacking the talent trees. Get rid of the hackers. Y'all got to do something about these hackers, man. So I think those would make the best improvements to the game. Have I ever played games on PC? Yes, I have. There's a couple of PC games on my YouTube channel, actually. If so, what games did you play, and do I still play on PC? I don't play on PC as much anymore. You know, I mostly use my PC for streaming, creating content, editing, rendering, etc. So I try not to burn out my PC because I run everything off of a laptop. Like, I don't really have like a full rig. I have a laptop, so it is a gaming laptop and it's really solid and it's done wonders for me because every single thing you've seen on my channel has been created with this laptop. So when it comes to PC gaming, I haven't really tried. I mean, one, I don't really like PC gaming. I hate mouse and keyboard, and I just love the convenience of playing with the wireless controller and being comfortable. You know, I don't like being hovered over a desk typing when I'm playing games. I like being comfortable. I'm chilling in a chair, I'm in bed, I'm chilling with my wireless headset on, wireless controller, and I'm just having a good time, just having a fun time. Like, I don't want to be hovered over a desk every time I'm ready to play a game. So PC gaming has never really appealed to me that much. There's a lot of, you know, awesome PC games. I just always have loved the console experience a lot better. So yeah. Would I consider, well, actually, let me not jump ahead. So what games do I still play on PC? I was playing Dead by Daylight on PC and Overwatch as well, but I haven't really, once again, like I said, once I started making content and becoming a daily creator on YouTube, which I had going for well over 2 years, at that point, I told myself, like, let me let my PC breathe. Like, my laptop is only a laptop. Let me not overwork it, gaming on it for 4 or 5 hours a day, and then streaming on it for another 7-8 hours while I'm still having to render videos for YouTube for like another 2-3 hours. So I told myself I need to take it easy on my PC if I want this thing to last, because Lord knows if something happens to my PC, I'm gonna be shut down for a long while. So I'm doing my best to take care of this thing and make it last. You know what I mean? I don't want to overwork it, so I shied away from PC games. Every now and then, if there's a pretty cool game that comes out that's PC only, I won't hesitate to jump into it, maybe make a little mini series out of it, but it's just not high on my priority list to game on PC. I'd much rather game on PS5. All right, so Besides playing and uploading MK Mobile, would I consider to start streaming some console or PC games while playing with viewers to kind of make a stronger bond with them? Some of you guys are laughing with me. Some of you guys are probably like, here it comes, here it comes. All right, guys, you see this name right here? You see how it says MaineMania? You see those 3 icons next to it? The first one is Twitch, which is my live streaming platform. That's where I live stream multiple days per week and play with my viewers multiple days per week, right? Then I have my YouTube channel, which is where my pre-recorded content goes up, you know, and recorded content, my finished projects, right? Then I have my Twitter, which is pretty much just me promoting both of my platforms that I create content on. I live stream all the time. I live stream all the time. I have over 600 and something Dead by Daylight matches. A lot of those matches are with my Twitch subscribers and Twitch regulars that watch me live stream and stop by the stream and come hang out and play with me. I play with viewers all the time. I don't play with randoms, but I do play with, you know, Twitch subs and Twitch regulars, as well as YouTube members. So, yeah, for anyone that's interested in those kinds of things and those kinds of events, just a heads up that it's something I've been doing for a very long time. You know, it's a lot of people don't really check out my content or my other games and my other series and such, but, you know, from Overwatch to Dead by Daylight to even Fork Knife and a bunch of other games, like, you know, I've always played with my community. I feel like your community is super cool and chill and we can have some fun playing together from time to time, hence this question. Well, I understand that, but just understand that this is something I've been doing for 4 to 5 years now. So, you know, a lot of people that are new to my channel, you know, that's why at the end of videos, I always try to remind people, you know, go through my playlists, check out my videos, because there's probably a lot of games that you would never know that I played or play, or, you know, follow my Twitch as well, so you can check me out when I'm live. You know, there's a bunch of games that I play that's live, and I play those games only on Twitch versus playing them as well on YouTube. So, you know, I do have separate games that I play for each platform. So you kind of want to be subscribed to my YouTube and follow me on Twitch is the point. So just an FYI for anybody else, thank you so much for the love and support as well. And hopefully that answered all of your questions. Last but not least, Zach says, hey, Maine, do you think anything is going to happen MK Mobile wise when it comes to the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out? This was 3 months ago, obviously, but my answer was no, and it still is no. And the reason for that is, you know, I didn't have a lot of faith in the new movie when it came out, and as we can see from the end results, I hope there's not a part 2. You know, I don't really like how they changed the story and the direction that they went with. And it's hard to really recreate something we've known for so long. Like, I grew up on Mortal Kombat, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up playing Mortal Kombat in the arcades. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I grew up playing these games with quarters in the arcades. So when I know the story and, you know, they try to recreate everything and change it for the movies, and it just kind of comes off really hokey, I don't want to see that continue. What I will say is there was a YouTube series on Mortal Kombat that I loved, and I think they should have followed up with that. And Michael J. White was playing the role of Jax. I think it was called Mortal Kombat Legacy. It may have been called Mortal Kombat Legacy, but the point was that miniseries, which I watched the whole thing on YouTube, I think that was better than the movies, and I would have loved to see them follow up with those storylines and you know, follow up with that. I thought that was great. So the movie I wasn't very impressed with, and I really hope there's not a part 2. But knowing Hollywood, as long as people watch it, there will be a part 2. And since it came out during the pandemic, and everyone could watch it for free on, like, you know, what was it, HBO Max, I believe it came out on. So many people saw it that I can see them making a part 2 because of the viewership it got, because people were home and had nothing better to do. So I don't really know what comes next. I definitely feel like if anything was to come that will change MK Mobile, it's going to be MK12. And Mortal Kombat 12 is coming. I can see them releasing a teaser for Mortal Kombat 12 with 0 questions in 2022. So whether it's first quarter, second quarter, I can see the teaser start to roll in for MK12. And that's when I think, you know, it's going to renew interest in Mortal Kombat Mobile and potentially lead to an update 3.0 that once again changes this game in a dramatic way. Obviously, you know, we're at 3.5 right now, so it could be like a 4.0, but you guys know what I mean. As far as a change to the game that can like dramatically change the game, I can see Mortal Kombat 12 ushering in that brand new update that once again just refaces the entire game itself. So let's hope that it's good changes and positive changes, because I didn't really think 2.0 was the direction to go, and it ended up being here to stay. The devs don't listen to the community. They make their own decisions and they stick with it. So sometimes it takes players taking a step back and quitting the game and seeing those player base numbers drop before devs say, oh, all right, panic button. Let's roll back some of these changes. People don't like it. Like, we're losing too many players. We don't want to lose our jobs and make this game die. Sometimes that's what it takes. The only problem is when you have people doing 1-hour quests, which I will never support. It's such a waste of someone's life to be doing 1-hour quests in this game. I'm sorry if you do it and you can take offense to that, but it's the truth. Opening that game 12, 13, 14 times a day to refresh quests is such a waste of your time. Mortal Kombat Mobile does not deserve those few minutes every hour of your waking day. And I will never believe that it does. For souls, for packs where you have a 3 to 9% chance of getting someone that you actually want, like, it's not worth it. You give up way too much of your life to this game, and you know, I think Mortal Kombat Mobile has created a culture of people that feel like they have to do 1-hour quests. So they're constantly opening up the game and playing and driving those active player base numbers up. And that's why Mortal Kombat Mobile's team keep making the stupid ass changes that they're making. Because they keep seeing all these people logging in to refresh quests every 5 seconds. And it makes them think so many people are loving the game and the state of the game. And everything they're doing is so great. In their mind, all they see is the numbers. The active player base numbers. How often people are opening the game and signing in and playing it. That's what they see. So sometimes if you want changes to happen, sometimes you do have to scale back some, take a step back and say, all right, let's see if they see these numbers drop a little bit. Will that kind of force their hand to say, hey, maybe we should start listening to the community. Maybe we should start reading these Twitter posts, because they be getting roasted on their Twitter and nothing still changes. So I don't really know what to say about it, guys, other than I want the game to be better for all of us and all the players and people that enjoy the game, and not just for the 5% of players that are freaking whales that throw all their damn money into the damn game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the game to be better for everyone. You know, whether you buy a pack casually here and there, or whether you're just a straight up free-to-play player. Like, I want the game to be better for all players, and not just the 5% of people that can afford to have maxed out tower gear. To me, that doesn't make the game fun or interesting. It just makes it frustrating. So, let's hope they stop catering to that crowd and make better changes for the overall player base going forwards. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, until the next Q&A, I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever Q&A on this channel. episode 200 is officially a wrap. Y'all know the deal. If you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, make sure you're subscribed on my channel for more MK Mobile content and plenty of other series. Make sure you're following me on Twitch. Make sure you're following me on Twitter so you don't miss the rest of my content and the rest of my productions. In addition to that, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed the Q&A. And hopefully you guys look forwards to more videos like this in the future, which aren't just gameplay based and things like that. Lastly, don't forget to answer in the comment section below, what do you consider a pay-to-win player? If there's a free-to-play player that buys a pack here and there, do you consider them a pay-to-win player now, or do you still consider them a free-to-play player that has bought a pack here and there? You know, what's the definition? What do you define as that? I think that's a very interesting question. I'm very curious about that. And I look forward to hearing your responses in the comment section below. So guys, until the next Q&A, show the video some love, like, subscribe, and let me know if there's any other videos like this that you guys would be interested in seeing. It's your boy MaineMania. Thank you for watching. Don't forget you can show extra support by becoming a channel member and joining Discord. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.